Channel. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Okay, so what we got here is going to be a quick little video for the smooth cam preset that I made. That is a as close as I could mimic to Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn is another one of my favorite movies, and of course it's almost pure archery. There is some spear play and stuff like that, and you know there's other weapons and stuff like slings and stuff like that, but it's still ranged type things. The only melee is the spear and stuff. So it's one of my favorite games, and I tried to create a smooth cam preset that as closely as I could mimics that. So we're going to jump right into this because I'll have a habit of just blabbing away. So we're going to go in here, and I'm going to just show the different camera angles and all that the preset has. So it's nighttime, so one of them is going to be, we'll just do it now anyways, is the sitting camera. You can see there is no real sitting thing in Horizon Zero Dawn. So the closest I could think of is when she is talking to Rost after he died, and she's talking to his grave. So I tried to get the camera as close as I could there. So that was the sitting animation. So here we are. This is your normal standing, and all that. Walking. I know in Horizon Zero Dawn the camera's back a little bit. That all changes in here depending on the height of your character. And this character's a bit shorter than normal, so it, you know, doesn't look like she's quite as far. So that's walking. Here is running, and of course, you know, you got the side to side on all of that. And then here is sprinting, the distance on sprinting. Let's see what else here. Magic. On the magic, I didn't really know what to do with magic because Aloy doesn't use magic. So what I decided to do with the whole magic thing was I could have just left it alone. But what I did was I did a mix of where she's at with archery, and a mix of between that and how I like to have the camera on magic. So it's kind of like a mix between the two because Aloy doesn't really use magic. So here's the magic when she's standing. Of course, all that. With the walking, it zooms in and gives you kind of a I'm a badass walking, you know, she zooms in real close and you're walking slowly when you have the walk on. Take the walk off, that's running. And then of course that is sprinting. The attacking with it. Let's see what else here. We got the sneaking, magic sneaking. So that's that. We didn't do unarmed sneaking. So this is your regular distance on sneaking. I tried to get that close to where Aloy is at when she's sneaking around. Didn't want to get too close when she's coming at you. So there's that. Now the next one, I don't think I have anything. No. So what we'll go ahead and do right here is I did for, like I said, she doesn't really have too much melee. She does have a spear, so I just figured you know, base it off of when my character is using a great sword. It's going to be the same for any two-hander type thing, and it's even the same for one-handed. But well, let's see. This is the walk with a two-handed, run, sprint, I'm sorry the screen keeps going blurry like that. This character is pregnant, so she's in the first trimester here, and it gives, yeah, it's supposed to emulate like headaches and stuff, so that's why it's going blurry like that. But yeah, here's all that. Here is the sneak. Now this preset may not work too well for like a sneak dagger type character because of where the cameras are at and stuff. Aloy doesn't use daggers, she uses a spear, so when you're sneaking through the grass and you got your spear and stuff, you may not like it too much for daggers, but here you are sneaking with your two-handed. And then of course with your weapon drawn, this is your walking, running, sprinting. I don't have any move set on right now for two-handed weapon through MCO, so these are just vanilla animations. But we're just looking at camera angles and zooms and all that kind of stuff. There's all that. So the next one is the main stuff, of course, which is archery. So you got your bow. Here is your standing where she's at, walking with a bow, running. Of course, you got your side to side and stuff. Sprinting, actually zooms in a little bit instead of zooming out like the others. And then zooms back out when she's running. And then of course, when you're aiming, it's like Aloy, it pulls all the way over to the side. Of course, the arrow you can see goes. Let's see if we can hit that. Doesn't look like it's got a thing on it. Right there. Let's see if we can hit that. Maybe that doesn't have collision or something on it. But you can see that the camera doesn't go side to side when your character does when she's in aim mode, because it doesn't do that with Aloy. Kind of like when you're like this, how your character moves off to the sides when you go left or right. When you're aiming, it doesn't do that. She's locked in place, just like in Horizon Zero Dawn. And of course, if you need to switch sides, that's the mouse button 3, your wheel. You push your wheel down, and she'll go over to the other shoulder. And same thing, she's locked in place. So that's all that. It's real good for if you're using like for a combat archer. So you got all that here. We'll fight a little bit of enemies and stuff like that. Sneaking, of course. This is your sneak where she's at. And of course, oops, I let go of the button. Zooming in is going to be the same thing when you're sneaking. She's locked in place. Yeah, it just goes right through that thing. Yeah, and that's where you're at for your sneaking. So what we can do here, see how she is in combat, is also so we don't just die. I'm just barely getting this character going. I'm going to put it on God mode so it doesn't just kill us. Let's go ahead and grab one of these dudes. Where is a bandit chief? I got Obis on right now, so you got all these new types of bandits in here. I'm not seeing bandit chief anywhere. I mean, it should work if there's bandit chief if I just spawn this one out, but player place at me E1646. We'll put one of them there. Yeah. Okay, he's gonna go and chase somebody, isn't he? So, you know, you got your regular Doing that if you're using the combat archer.
That it? That's your best? I'll carve you into pieces. I'll kill you. Call yourself Lord? Scrumore would be ashamed of you. That's all you've got. Mercy! Lucky hit. No, not like this. Victory is yours. I submit.
They didn't even have it on him.
If I could.
And there's that. There's combat with the bow. The last thing I want to go over here is on horseback, because of course Aloy can ride machines, you know, striders, which are horses, and stuff like that. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll put on a regular bow, and I'll show you where it's at on horseback. We can go try to find some water that's deep enough. I did the camera angles for water also, but here's horse. This is of course standing still, walking, running, and sprinting. When you have your weapon out, I made the FOV a little bit wider so it's easier to see. And then whenever you draw your weapon, the FOV goes even wider so you can see your enemies even better. What you can see the FOV go when I draw. See that? It drew back and it widened the angle. So just like Aloy, I'm not sure if we can spawn something while we're on horseback. Probably.
Gods, no.
It's going to take forever to whittle this guy down with this Imperial bow.
That's it. That's all you've got.
But you can see how wide the angle is when you're drawing your bow on horseback, so that you can really see the enemy.
True Nords never back down. Son of a...
It's going to take forever to whittle that guy down. Because this, of course, I don't have any archery skills, and this is a plain Imperial bow with iron arrows. You can see I'm only doing 3 damage to him. I just wanted to show the angles, the camera zooms, all that kind of good stuff. This is a smooth cam demonstration preset, not a build or a skills or anything like that.
I love a challenge. Just a scratch. Victory for
I missed him there. We're not gonna, well, he's almost, look at this farmer dude's out here helping me now. You guys are gonna end up dying. Let's try to keep all his aggro on me. Who is that? Alphine Battleborn or something? And of course, with certain mods, I believe Convenient Horses does it, but you can actually run people over with your horse and do damage to them. He killed her. Obviously, she's not essential. I guess the other dude took off. There should be some guards around here, right? I mean, I could just get off. I could just console kill him. Which we might do. This is taking quite a long time. No, you got a lot of people on you now, dude. If we can get them red blinking, one of them can kill shot him. There we go. They kill shotted him. Okay. Ooh, that was a nice little move there. What did she just do? Wonder where she got that move from. Okay, well, anyways, that's all that. Put that away, and then that puts the FOV back to normal. I said when the bow is out on a horse, your FOV widens up. And, you know, of course, the zooms and all that. And then whenever you draw, it gets even wider. So, I think that's probably everything. Oh, we were going to go do... I don't know where is some water close that's deep enough. Run over her body. Where there's going to be deep enough water to show the swimming. Because, of course, Aloy swims. And she can do the stealth swimming and all that kind of stuff, too. But, of course, with one hand, even though I think Kingsglaive is considered a two-hander, I do believe that the melee should be the same camera stuff for one or two-handed. But again, I set this whole thing up to try to mimic Aloy. So she uses a spear, and that's, you know, kind of like a two-handed or whatever. And like I said, the magic, I just did a mix between how I like to have my character for magic and how this is set up for melee or for ranged, because magic is kind of ranged. So it's kind of like a hybrid between the two. And I think it works pretty well for this preset. It doesn't look like this water's going to be deep enough. Yeah, it's deep enough. It's pretty much just centered right behind her, a little bit up. But yeah, that should be all the There's usually a mud crab around here. You know, a mud crab would die pretty dang quick too. The Kingsglaive here. Here, let's attack these guys. Oh, we're still on God mode for one thing. Why is that prisoner helping them? I'm trying to free you, dude.
I'll try and make this. I'll have your head.
Now he's attacking them.
I'll kill you. No.
And there was some melee combat. It's going to be kind of hard to mimic Horizon Zero Dawn's spear play, basically, on this, unless you were using a spear mod and stuff. But that's the melee camera. Of course, the main focus of this preset is the archery combat preset. Look, this guy's gonna be mad at me now. I'm stuck in there. And that's probably going to be the end of this. You've seen what this does.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and your people.
Yeah.
Say
Khajiit will pay off her bounty.
A 40 septim bounty for all that. Attacking guards, killing soldiers. But yeah, at any rate, there's all the stuff. I think I covered everything that it does. We did melee, magic, you know, the walking, running, sneaking, melees, swimming, horseback. So yeah, that should just give you a pretty good idea. It does seem, I will mention right now, it does seem that whenever you load presets and you do all that stuff, it kind of changes things based on the zoom that your character is at when you load things up. So what I do, and because that's how I made the preset also, is when you first load into your game, into a brand new save and stuff, the default zoom that it has your character at, that's what all of this stuff was based off of. So just load up go into smooth cam after loading up a brand new character, and then load the preset, and it should be all the same as these. It's going to change things, like if you've already started your game and say you always have your character zoomed out this far, it's probably going to change things. You can see now she's really far away. Now the zoom is like that. She's not very close to the camera. So everything is based off of the vanilla, where your zoom is at when you first start your character, which is somewhere right around right there. So when you load into a new game, load up the preset, and then everything should be where I have it set at. And of course you can just zoom in or out as you need to, but yeah, that's pretty close to where everything's at. Maybe you want things a little bit further back, then draw them back a little bit, but that's going to affect every angle, every zoom, every FOV. It's going to affect everything depending where you have your zoom set on your character. So like I said, default is where it's at, the default zoom when you first start your character, which is usually it's right around the, like if your camera, my character's a bit shorter, but when you first start your game, you can see where her hands are at, reach to about the middle of her thighs. For a female Nord, the bottom of your screen is usually right underneath their hands, somewhere right around right there to their hands. Just so you can get it close. You can just tinker around with your zoom and put it to how you want. Just keep in mind that if your preset's not looking anything like this, it's probably because of your zoom. So just, you know, get the zoom where you want, but the zoom is going to affect all the other settings in the game. You saw that with the bow. So just a heads up if you're wondering what was going on there. All right, well, I think that's going to be it. This went on a little bit long, but that's okay. If you have any questions, just let me know. I hope you enjoy the preset. Again, Horizon Zero Dawn, awesome game. I tried to mimic Aloy's cameras and all that kind of stuff. So, all right, I will catch you guys on the next one.